Quick trigger warning here right at the start. The deed features talk about suicide, family abuse, and of course it's about something quite dark in general because it's about murder. Welcome to The Deed. This is a game. It's been an RPG Maker VX. I think it's VX at least, and it's a very short game in which you are planning the murder of your sister in order to get the deed to your family mansion. I've seen it played once before. There's basically a lot of different ways you can plan and go through with the murder. Like you need to like be able to plant evidence that someone else did it, or and stuff like that. I haven't seen it played in a way that you weren't caught. So we're gonna try and not get caught. But I will warn that yes, I have seen it been played once before. That's actually why I bought it. I saw Let's Play and I thought it was really cool. So without further ado, here we go. Apologies if you can hear the keyboard now and then. I couldn't get to recognize my gamepad, so that's a problem with RPG Maker. Actually, it's quite annoying. My name is Aram Bruce, son of Malcolm Bruce, and the rightful heir to Dunchill House. I have recently discovered that my tyrant of a father intends to disinherit me in favor of my deranged younger sister. My relationship with my family is strained, to say the least. I've decided the time has come for my sister to be removed from this ghastly equation. I intend to put her out of her misery. Unfortunately, my sister never leaves the confines of the Dunchill house, which makes the matter more complicated. I have not visited a family home in quite some time. I can't bear to be in that hellhole for long. However, my presence on the night of my father's 50th birthday will cause no suspicion. I must choose the timing and method of the deed very carefully. Tonight's the night. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. I've used this rain sound as well. 7 healths, George. Who has been responsible for maintaining the gardens? It was Big Jack Willis, sir. He's been dead almost a year now. I doodle here and there. Can't do much on account of my bad back, though. My sister hasn't offered to help you, then. Miss Jennifer isn't really the outdoor type, sir. I know, George. It was a joke. Very funny, sir. Let's go inside before the ocean comes to Dunchill. Homecoming. Okay, so yeah, now we can talk to our relatives and we can find 2 objects. An evidence or a weapon. Up to 2 evidence pieces or up to 2 weapons. And when we pick 2 items, we will move on to the next part of the game. There are many ways to do the deed, but only the cunning will succeed. Good evening, Mr. Aram. May I take your coat? I would rather keep my... no, I think I will keep my coat. Are you sure, Mr. Aram? It looks soaked through. Quite sure. You're new, aren't you? Sophia is my name. I recognize you from your pictures, Mr. Aram. I'm not new, exactly. I've been employed by your family for almost a year. It's just that you have never visited before. I've been busy. My work keeps me very busy, unfortunately. I understand. I've been away from my family a lot since I started this job. You are here now, and I am sure you're eager to meet with the others. Your father is in the library on your left, and your mother is in the parlor, which is on your right. Your sister is upstairs in her room, I think. Thank you for your help, Sophia. You are very welcome, Mr. Aran. I will be in the kitchen preparing dinner. I'll sound the bell when dinner is served. I'll try to avoid picking any of the same things that I saw we picked last time. So that's actually why I kept my coat on, because that did not happen the last time I saw it played. You recall this old grandfather clock very well from your childhood. You used to believe that if it ever stopped ticking, time itself might stop moving. Let's go talk to our mother. So, Aaron, you finally managed to make it up here for a visit. Please tell me you weren't just here to cause trouble. Let's see. Whatever. I have no idea what you mean, Mother. I'm here to celebrate Father's birthday, is all. I certainly hope that's the case. This family has been through enough. Have you been to see your sister yet? She's been going through an unusually difficult time recently. You sound worried. Do you think it's serious? I have not seen her this bad in a long time. Do you remember that summer when she... with the racer? In the bathroom? Yes, I remember. That was the last time I remember seeing her like this, so... yes, to answer your question, I am worried. Anyway, you should go talk to your father if you haven't already. Wish him a happy birthday. Oh, and at least try to sound like you mean it. Phone... Show the picture. Look at the red book and his diary on the front. Oh, should we take our mother's diary? That could be an evidence weapon. What could we use that for? If we put that in our sister's room, maybe. No. Trying to make it seem like our mother would kill our sister because she read her diary is a bit... I think that would be hard to convince anyone of. Even now, the familiar musty smell of your father's library fills you with dread as you step inside. You have too many bad memories of this room. Well, let's go talk to our father. Hello, Father. Your father remains silent for several moments, and a chill seems to pass through the library when he finally speaks. It is in a quiet and bitter tone. You told me you'd never enter this house again, boy. Why are you here? It's obvious why I'm here. I want to put an end to... I want to put all that unpleasantness behind us and wish you a happy 50th birthday. Happy? You honestly think this is a happy day for me? Another day I can watch my life's work crumble into nothing. Another day to see our bloodline slit its own throat. You know how to make me happy. Move back to Dunshield, take your proper place, and do your damn duty. It's too late, Father. I have my own life now, my own home, and my own job. Damn those both to hell. Do you think your pathetic little life really means anything? You are the last of a noble dynasty that stretches back hundreds of years. What does your life mean next to that? Everything. You're the same snot-nosed brat you always were, boy. Obviously I didn't give you enough discipline as a child. I can see you are determined to be impossible. I think we had better end this discussion now. You are the impossible one, boy, as always. But I think you're probably right about one thing. This conversation is pointless, and now it's over. Get out of here. Let's see. What is this? Okay. Nothing of interest in here then. Okay. I haven't seen anything in the basement actually. This is going to be left it open. You spot a thick length of rope. Strangulation is looking to try and test the method of murder. Ooh, that could possibly be useful. Let's keep that in mind. The dusty old wine cellar is where your father likes to practice billiards. The laundry room is next door, and beyond that, the servants' quarters. Vendor of useless cleaning supplies. Oh, okay, there's the... Oh, this is the maid's room. Okay, so I have seen this actually. And that's a mirror belonging to her sister. I know that much. Let's see. We don't want to frame the maid. We want to frame our father, I feel, because he's known to be violent. He's beaten us as a child, and him murdering... Oh. A broom handle. No, leave the broom handle too. Him murdering his daughter might be possible to sell. Might the billiard cue be the right thing? Yeah, let's take the cue. Yeah, that's a good. I feel that's a good choice. The long weapons, like the billiard cue, you can only carry if you are wearing your coat, like I am. Now, let's see. I do know of an item, and we're gonna have to find it somehow. There are... Oh. I don't know. Of course you do. Use a head for once, boy. Great Uncle Thomas? What initials do you see on that silverware? CB. And what kind of half-wit spells Thomas with a C? I don't know. What I do is the kind of half-wit that's standing next to me. Now, which of your ancestors owned that silver chalice? If you get this one wrong, there will be serious consequences, boy. I'll say one thing for my father. His style of parenting has always been consistent. Yeah, so, this game is fairly dark and macabre in its nature. Which I feel works really well for oh, rat poison. I feel that's very, very befitting of the type of game it wants to be. I mean, the game basically wants you to feel like framing someone would be the right thing to do, even though you're about to go through with murder. Like the dad being a horrible, abusive person is one thing, and yeah, it's overall just it kind of makes you feel uncomfortable playing it in a way, and I like that. It's good. Your parents' room has not changed in years. It remains a frozen time capsule of a childhood you would sooner forget. Go for water, blah blah. Now, see, I know that somewhere in the no, not the shotgun. Although we could carry it under the coat. I do know that somewhere our sister has written love letters to the maid, and I want to find those. You enter the surreal atmosphere of your sister's room. Mirrors of various sizes cover the walls, creating the eerie illusion of a crowded space. This is our sister's room. She's obsessed with mirrors. Let's go talk to her. How do I... This... Aha! I thought I smelled a rat. Have you come to see me, little rat? Do you have a keen sense of smell? If you do have a keen sense of smell if you had noticed my scent. Perhaps you are the rat here. I am nothing like a rat. Filthy, filthy creatures. You used to have a pet rat, didn't you? Remember what I did to him? Oh, how he squeaked. Such great pain for such a little creature. What did you want to talk to me about, little rat? Mother says your condition has been getting worse. My condition? What condition? I don't have a condition. You want to have me sent away, don't you? Well, it won't work. It won't, I tell you. Go away. I don't want to speak to you anymore. Well, it didn't work out. Go for the wardrobe, silky undergarments, blah blah blah. No. Ornate clocks. Where are the love letters? Oh, that's not the door. This is the door. I know they are here somewhere. This is our old room. You step inside your former bedroom, now a simple guest room. Most of your old furniture has vanished, probably thrown on a bonfire, knowing your father. Well, they wouldn't be in here now, would they? Wardroom is vacant and barren. Better than okay. And we have our rapier there, but we have no use for that. We're gonna use the billiards cue. I guess the love letters must be downstairs then, but didn't we check everywhere here already? Did we check here? Yeah. Which interests you? Managed to force open. Oh! You managed to force open the locked drawer of the writing desk. Inside you find pages of poetry, penned in your sister's handwriting. They seem to be love letters penned to an unidentified female. From the descriptions, you would guess it's the new maid. Interesting. Yes, let's take one of them. You take the most intimate and lovelorn poem you can find and hide it on your person. If planted in the right location, this could raise interesting questions about the maid's relationship with your sister. Again, a bell invites me, this time to a dinner, it seems. Dinner is served. Okay. Sophia, could you come here a moment? Yes, ma'am? Pour me some more wine. Yes, ma'am. But, madame... Oh, what is it, George? I must protest. It has always been my duty to pour the wine at dinner. Oh, well, I don't want to cause any trouble. Nonsense, what does it matter, George? Stop being overly pedantic. But I... Careful, Mother. If you drink much more, you might end up embarrassing yourself. Aaron! What a rude little rat you are. That's enough out of you. How dare you insult your mother? An interfering little rat, isn't he, Daddy? Yes, he is. Why can't you ever keep your mouth shut, boy? You're right, I'm sorry. I must have had too much wine myself. You better not let it happen again. Sophia, could you come here, please? Yes, Miss Jennifer? I just want to say that was the loveliest meal I've ever tasted. I don't know how you do it, you cunning pixie. You are too kind, miss. Of course I will have tea and cakes for you in the drawing room as usual after dinner. Oh, you are so good to me, my sweet thing. So very, very good to me. I won't have any, thank you. I couldn't eat another bite. Well, you weren't offered any, so there. Please, Jennifer, let's all try and be civil. Anyway, let's not forget why we are here today. To celebrate your father's birthday. Such an important occasion for us all. You're all so dear to us, Malcolm. Happy birthday, Daddy. Indeed, happy birthday, Father. Let's hope it will be one to remember. Doing the deed. Okay, so now we can plant evidence, and yeah, when we're ready, we will we'll be able to do the deed. So we want to plant. We want to plant. Let's see. We want to plant the evidence in here. So, come hither, thou sweet flame handmaiden, and let us play the games which have been forbidden. In dusty old rooms of this home in which I live, come hither to me and do my sweet bidding. You find yourself able to continue reading this poem, and you're pretty sure that forbidden isn't a word, and that the rest doesn't really rhyme. Do you want to plant this item of evidence in this room? Yes. After some consideration, you decide to tuck the item into the bookshelf between two dusty volumes. Surely the police will find it there. Okay, so now that my father's study has the love letter from our sister to the maid. And assuming he might be a homophobe, which is a fair guess, I would say, given his lowly status, lowly social status in regard, not social status, but like you know what I mean. He's a douchebag. Okay. You see Jennifer staring out of the window ahead of you, lost in one of her strange moods. She hasn't noticed you enter the drawing room. Now it's the time. So here we go. Choose the murder weapon. Okay, so after this we're gonna have to get out and get an alibi for where we were when she died. So, should we go for the mother's room, maybe? Yeah, that's probably for the best. Okay, so, choose the murder weapon. Q. First, when you bring the heavier end of the pool cue down the back of her skull, she stumbles forward, a bit dazed. You bring it down again and she drops to her knees. It takes several more hits before she's finally lying motionless in a pool of her own blood, and you made plenty of noise in the process. You drop the pool cue on the ground and curse yourself for choosing such a clumsy weapon. You need to get out of this room fast. Oh shit. Oh shit, I only have 5 seconds. Normally you have 10 seconds. Okay, fuck it. We're gonna be in the room with the, Did you hear that, sir? This might not have worked after all. Okay, so now comes the final part of the game. Good evening, everyone. I am Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. I understand this is a difficult time for your family. You're damn right it is. I want to know what you're doing wasting time here while my daughter's killer is still out there. Well, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence of forced entry, and nobody was seen entering or leaving the house. It would seem entirely possible then that the killer is in this room. What? No! That seems highly unlikely, Inspector. Perhaps it is. However, in order to follow protocol, I will have to interview each one of you in turn. Mrs. Bruce, would you like to meet me in the library first? I suppose so. So, the interview. This is where we need to make sure that we don't get suspected by the police. Thank you for joining me in here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Before we begin, I will need to search a person. Best to get these formalities out of the way. Is this really necessary? I'm afraid so. Turn around, please. Now that's out of the way, let's move on to the interview. So if you still have evidence on you, or a murder weapon on you, they will find that on you. Which I realize, if you have a murder weapon on you that isn't the murder weapon used, that might be good reason to have you not be the murderer. But okay. As you know, I have already spoken to everyone else who was present in the house at the time of your sister's death. We have now completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we will run through all your activities since your arrival. The maid says that you and the butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock, and she greeted you at the door. She told me you refused to give her your coat, and she found it quite peculiar. I thought I might have to leave soon. In this weather, Mr. Bruce, that seemed quite unlikely. Later on, you had a conversation with your mother, Gloria. We're not doing well so far. Gloria, in the parlor. She said you spoke briefly about your sister. Apparently you seem quite concerned about her well-being. My mother and I were concerned that my sister might try and take her own life, as she had attempted once before. She had she? I will take note of that. You went to see your father in the library. I understand that your conversation became quite heated. My father has a very short fuse. Many of our conversations go that way. Will you say he has a violent temper? Absolutely. I see. That's good to know. You discussed the prospect of moving back to Dunshell. You refuse to do so under any circumstances, I understand. My father fails to accept the fact that I have my own life now. I can't just move back here. Of course not. That's completely understandable. Did you speak to your sister before dinner? We did, but no one knows we did. Yes, I did. Yes, I went to her room to see her. I see. What did you discuss with her? It was as brief as most conversations I've had with my sister. She called me a rat, and not wanting to be insulted further, I soon left the room. Did that make you angry? To be honest, I was used to it from her. Let's move on to the events that took place during dinner. Apparently you made a comment about your mother's drinking habits. I felt I had to say something. I thought she was drinking far too much. You think this has anything to do with her difficulties in coping with your sister's condition? Almost certainly. Interesting. Now I need to ascertain your location at the time of your sister's death. Where were you when you heard the maid scream? Ground floor. That'll be the east wing, right? Oh wait, let's see. For your laboratory room. So no, West Wing. Right? Yeah, West Wing. For your library... The storage room, right? I was in the storage room next door. That's right, George did mention to me that you were in there with him. As I said earlier, we have completed our initial search of the property. We found a poem written by a sister which appears to clearly express romantic feelings towards the maid. However, from where we found the poem, there's no reason for us to believe the maid was made aware of those feelings. In judging from the manner of his death, I think we can rule out suicide as an option. I'm curious about the murder weapon. Your sister was beaten to death with a billiards cue which belonged to your father. It is all very interesting. Oh no, this doesn't sound good. I will be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. While some of your behavior this evening has been peculiar, I find no cause for any significant suspicion. Also, I must regard your father as a suspect, even though the evidence is far from conclusive. Despite any question marks about your mother, I don't think for a moment that she did this. Given the murder weapon that was used, obviously suicide is not a realistic possibility. Now as for what happens next. You can go, for now, but I would appreciate if you do not leave town. I may have more questions for you later. Although I think I will have some more further questions for your father later. I think we did it! Although the inspector harbored suspicions about you, you were not brought in for further questioning. Your father was taken in for questioning and initially became the prime suspect, but was determined that there was not sufficient evidence to lead to an arrest. You had gotten away with murder, it seemed. However, you had not given them sufficient reason to suspect anyone else either, and your father harbored suspicions on his own. Some years later, you were surprised to see his obituary in a national newspaper, and horrified to learn that he had given his estate and possessions to a trust organization. You committed this foul act for nothing, and now there was nothing at all to give you comfort in the long night, when the demons of your past came to haunt you. Wow! I didn't know that could happen. I thought that if you got away with murder, it was secured. Holy shit, that was... Damn, that was cool! That was... I highly recommend this game. It's on Steam. It's right now it's 70 euros. No, 70 cents. It's 70 cents. It's on sale until the end of the month. It's normally 99 cents. Buy it. Just buy it. It's really interesting to play. And the various things you can do, like all the various ways you can do this is just so interesting, to say the least. Like it's a game. I haven't played a game like this before. Like I played a board game a bit similar, but like I haven't played a game like this before, and it's fucking neat. Like, yeah, I like it, and I hope you like this video, and I will see you in a future Andrea Plays episode.